Thank you, everybody, for being here. And the stressful thing you see in my face is that we're running a minute late. Okay, Hans Wick.
Okay, it's my privilege today that will lead us all in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, in liberty and justice for all. And now our four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you.
Thank you, Hans. Now I would like to turn it over to Danny Lindau.
Well, hello everybody. It looks like we have some guests today, so if you have brought a guest, please stand up and ask your guest to join you. And we'll start right over here. Here we go.
My guest is my dear friend Richard Polk, who is here for the program. He's been working with Wild Bear Foundation. And I guess, I'm not sure Mike will be introduced. Mike, would you stand up for a second? Mike is also, he's a key person in the Wild Bear Foundation, and our speakers who are even more key, or perhaps at least as key, will be introduced later. Thank you. Sorry.
I'm John Krupnick, and my guest I have just met myself. Greg Eisenberg is a writer, lecturer, and humorist, and he's agreed to be my guest today and perhaps a speaker sometime in the future. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Howdy. I guess I'll just call myself the prodigal Rotarian. I'll just say that because nice to see you all. I haven't been here for a long time. Patty Limerick, really delighted to be here, and really delighted to have my friend Joanne Silverstein, who is now appointed the advisor to the faculty director of the Center of the American West. We have had a tough time coming out of the COVID lockdowns, and having a retired civil engineer join your team is the hope and redemption of an organization that has been struggling with the challenges of our time. So this is Joanne Silverstein, and she is interested in becoming a member. And wherever this Greg person went, I had his book with me when I had cataract surgery on Tuesday morning. So
Amazing.
This is too cool that John has brought the fellow who kept me calm. They didn't have to give me any tranquilizers because I had this book. I was just so happy with that. And this man is here right now, so it's so exciting.
Nothing's too cool here at Boulder Rotary.
Okay, good morning. Let me introduce you to Josh Flores. Josh is on the leadership team of CU Rotaract Club, and he was with us today at our Preserve Planet Earth World Community Peace Building Committee with the idea of creating an event possibly at CU at the same time that the Peace Builders are going to be dedicating the Peace Walk on Peace Day, September 21st. Nice. Great, welcome.
If you get a chance to talk to our friend Josh from Rotaract, please do. I mean, they've got a lot going on.
No worries. Thank you.
Danny's coming up here, but we have one guest on Zoom that Chad hopefully will help us introduce.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. We have one guest today, Chuck Oldaney from the Seminole Lake Rotary Club in Florida.
Hey, it's great to be with you guys as usual, and hello from Seminole.
Yay, Chuck.
So, guess what? It's going to be the 4th year for our annual Jim Swaby Peace Award. So we're really excited about doing this again. We're going to be nominating, we're going to request that you guys nominate candidates for the award. On the rib, we have an application nomination form you can pull down, or you can contact me directly. But as you remember, Jim Swaby What a kind man. Most of you knew him. And he had this main statement that he said when he talked about peace. Do an unexpected act of kindness or generosity for someone less privileged. He lived by that. He was a great Rotarian, and we're honoring him with this annual Peace Award, which we will be dedicating on September 21st, International Peace Day. So bring me your nominations. Thank you.
Thank you, Danny. We are going to go to a red badge induction, and I know Kat's here. Come on up, and Bill Anderson. And if you guys see me on my phone, what I'm doing is I'm talking to Chad online at Zoom so that we keep everybody in the meeting. So I'm not like chitty-chatting with Mike or whatever. Checking my Instagram.
Hi, folks. It's my pleasure to reintroduce you to Kat Stinson, who joined the club last year, sponsored by Gene Lindeke and Marty Evans. Kat is new-ish to Colorado, having moved here about 3 years ago, but she's planting roots here for sure. She's originally from Lafayette, California, just outside of San Francisco, and was last living on the East Coast. Kat attended college and law school in Vermont and spent time working in Boston and Providence. Realizing that she missed the great outdoors, she moved to Boulder. She found a job at FNBO, First National Bank of Omaha, here in Boulder, starting as the Director of Trust Services for the Southern Market and transitioning to Senior Financial Advisor. The new role expands Kat's work with clients while still focusing on trust and estate planning, financial planning, and investments. Kat is a newlywed. She and her husband, Chris, live in Loveland. Kat says she's always been interested in finding ways to feel connected and give back where she lives. She looks forward to working with the Boulder Rotary Club to find ways to achieve both of those goals. She was working at the desk here today, checking folks in, and I know she's interested in some youth volunteer work, so Rotaract and Interact folks, we're gonna have to get her involved. So Kat, congratulations. We're so glad to have you as a new member of Boulder Rotary Club. So one other quick thing before I sneak off the podium. Our next Red Badge meeting is this upcoming Thursday from 7:15 to 8:30 at the Buff. It's for Red Badge members, but all members are welcome, as well as their sponsors, and we'll have speakers. And this week we'll be talking, coincidentally, about youth volunteer work. So please come join us at the Buff, 7:15 to 8:30 on Thursday. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you. I want to bring Marty, who's one of Kat's sponsors, so that I can give her a very sparkly star on the constellation of her thing. Thank you for bringing Kat. Yay. I owe Lena a star as well, but I will do that later. For those of you, I know there are a lot of guests today, and I just want to let you know, we have a raffle every week, and half of the proceeds of the raffle go to scholarships for kids in Boulder County, and they have for many, many years, and that's what we're doing when we do a raffle. I only have the last four numbers, so has everybody got your ticket out? Okay, it is 9358. Get it. Oh. Bill Meyer. All right. Woo. Thank you, guys. All right. Are we ready to go, Fred? Okay, so I was told last week I didn't have a logo for the Cassidy's Crazy Ideas, or CCI, and I wanted to follow up. This is sort of from last week, sorry. My crazy idea from last week was, let's sign up for YouTube. And the reason why is because of things like this. So this was just a month ago, June 4th, 2022. We had these two gentlemen, 2,434 views on our tiny little YouTube channel. That's incredible. That is spreading the word about what's going on at Rotary. You remember this very nice lady, Dr. Edith Eager? That was a year ago, almost 3,000 views. That's a whole program. That's pretty amazing, actually. But does anybody know what the biggest views are? I'm going to show you next, but can anybody tell me before I do the slide?
Funny cat videos.
I wish that we had a program about funny cat videos. We did not. We had this amazing program with this man, Alonso. He is a savant, a sculptor who can do almost any animal. You should have him up at the Wild Bay Nature Center. He is amazing. In his mind, he can create animals down to the musculature and the ligaments, and it's amazing, and they're beautiful. He works at the YMCA in Boulder. But that was shared almost 24,000 times. So that's amazing. That is the power of thinking. So I want to say our campaign was a success. I would say that seems really big because the success is maybe just a little bit smaller. We did succeed with the yes, Sue Deans, yay! We did get 5 new subscribers, including Sue Deans, and a past president who should have had been subscribed but has now subscribed, and we won't mention him because that would be mean. His name is C. Stam, but. So this is part of our vision for the coming year, which is connection. And this is why you have the power to help us do that connection for the community, for the world, to show what Rotary and what Boulder Rotary is doing. So that's the follow-up to Cassidy's crazy idea. All right. We did the raffle. Now we have Shoni Khan, who is going to be sharing our wildfire tip of the week.
Tip of the week, July 22nd. First of all, up here on the slide, you'll see it's about knowing your insurance coverage. Given the rapidly rising property values, many homeowners are finding that they are underinsured for rebuilding costs. The current cost of rebuilding in Boulder is between $300 and $400 a square foot. For those living in a condo or townhouse area, did you know that you are responsible for insuring everything inside your walls? The association covers damages to the outside property, but it may be underinsured as well. What happens then is that an association can issue a special assessment that could cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Make sure you are personally insured and that your insurance covers special assessments for exterior damage. Don't wait. Take action now.
All right, and I think, just looking at my thing, that we are ready for the brew. Go brew. This is the Boulder Rotary update. We have the rib, which is the Rotary in Boulder, so it's the brew and the rib. It's dorky, nerdy wordplay, so.
On July 8th, the club held its annual award ceremony. 6 of the 9 club awards were given out, with more to be awarded in the coming weeks. While we still have 3 awards to give out, every week we're going to do a short clip from the ceremony to once again remind you who the rock stars of the club are. They inspire us all. This week, Humanitarian of the Year.
Next is the Humanitarian Award, which is given to a Rotarian who has demonstrated a selfless devotion to serving others. This year's winner has been a Boulder Rotarian for 9 years. She chaired the Sister Carmen food drives during the pandemic and led tremendous efforts this year as the quick chair of our Quick Response Committee, helping to support recovery efforts in Haiti with the Shelter Box program, and closer to home, recovery efforts for the District 5450 with the Marshall County Fire recovery efforts. She was the 2020-2021 BRC president and has been a tremendous help to me personally as the past president of our club. This year's Humanitarian Award goes to Sally Brown.
Thank you, Sally Brown. You're probably wondering to yourself, I wonder who has the preeminent patch of Palisade peaches, which I've heard are perfect for a pride of peckish people? Well, we've got the answer for you. That would be Boulder Flatirons Rotary. They just announced the kickoff of their annual Palisades Peaches fundraiser, which supports many local Boulder and East Boulder County nonprofits. Proceeds will be used to support programs addressing food insecurity, homelessness, youth at risk, and challenges faced by isolated seniors, plus promoting literacy and fundraising local family resource centers. You can order these peaches online at rotarypeach.org, or you can take your camera and point it at that QR code that's on the screen. Now, if you're curious what kind of stuff they have, well, you can get a 10-pound box of peaches for $34. Or if you love jam, they've got peach jam, peach bourbon jam, and peach jalapeno jam, all for $10 for a jar, for a 10.5-ounce jar. So go to that website, you order it now, and you pick it up on August 13th from 9 to 12. So August 13th from 9 to 12 is when you pick it up, but you order them now. Gotta get it in there by August 3rd. Hope you could buy some Palisade peaches. Boulder Rotary Club is incredibly generous each year with the youth in our community. Almost $70,000 goes out to youth programs, scholarships, spelling bee, and the like. And we receive that money that we're then able to distribute from various sources, one of which is the raffle at the back of the room. So this is just a reminder to play the raffle if you can. 50% of all the proceeds go towards supporting our youth program scholarships. 50% of the winnings go to the winner. So buy a ticket. One ticket is $2. 3 tickets is $5. It will help yourself. It's lots of fun.
9899206.
But it helps support the youth programs, our scholarships here in the community. Go for the Boulder Rotary raffle every single week if you can.
Elias Diaz, the next hitter for the Rockies.
Diaz crushes this one. Take a good look. You won't see it for long.
Rotary at the Rockies. Boulder Rotary Club is going to the Colorado Rockies game again on Thursday, July 28th, and we'd like you to join us. The Rockies play the Los Angeles Dodgers, and first pitch is at 6:40 p.m. If you want tickets to go to the old ball game, contact John Sullivan with his contact information there on the screen. You can also go to John when the meeting is over and talk with him about how to get it. Thursday, July 28th, 6:40 p.m., Los Angeles Dodgers at the Colorado Rockies.
How do you engage with people who you feel might have very different ideas or different priorities than you do? That's a big question these days. Dr. Stephen Berkowitz, a professor of psychology and pediatrics at CU Anschutz, has worked with children in trauma throughout his entire career and is very interested in these questions. Next week, he will lead BRC in a discussion of the other, how we need others and how that need may lead to conflict, and possibly how we might overcome that conflict. I hope to see you there. You know how to say it. Have
a great weekend.
Right. So I hope we can all come for Dr. Berkowitz's presentation. I think that's going to be really interesting. I would like to turn it over to Dr. Russell for birthdays. It looks like we have a couple. Happy birthday, Stan. Happy birthday, Bill. Happy birthday, Dawn.
This guy's driving down a country road, and he looks out to the side, and a chicken is following along right next to him on the road, running really pretty fast. He was going 30 miles an hour, so he speeds it up to 45. The chicken speeds up with him. And pretty soon the chicken just leaves him in the dust. And he turns into this farm road, and so the guy follows the chicken. And he pulls up, and there's a farmer standing there, and the farmer, he says, I just saw that chicken. It's amazing how fast it is. He said, well, it's a three-legged chicken. I breed three-legged chickens. I said, why do you do that? He said, well, I like a drumstick. My wife likes a drumstick, and my kid likes a drumstick. So to stop the fighting at the dinner table, we just get these three-legged chickens. And he said, well, how did they taste? He said, we don't know. We haven't caught one yet. Well, we have Bill Meyer here today. He's been a president of the club and everything.
Well, I don't have any words of wisdom. I've given it up since I've gotten all the eye rolls from my grandkids every time I offer any words of wisdom. So I've decided that's not something for me. I do have a few words, though. First of all, a reminder. Everybody, bring your check. Now, it's supposed to be $1 for every year on your birthday. Jane wrote this check and she made a mistake. I'm only 37, but she made this one out for $74. I don't know how she missed it that badly. Secondly, I'll make sure that the check from the raffle goes back to the club, back to the foundation. That's what it's all about. And I'll endorse this to you later.
Okay. Counting on it.
You know where to find me. Secondly, I want to thank everybody. The foundation, while this goes to our youth programs, which are critically important, everyone should know that we just completed, through the foundation and with the assistance of Alessandro, our grant to the Rotaract Club in Warsaw to help their Ukrainian refugees. Most of you remember that one of the focuses in Cassidy's year is Ukraine. And we just completed that project. We've gotten all of the paperwork done, and we received a great thank you from over 50 refugees who we've helped house for about 3 months and help feed in Warsaw. And my last comment is an ask. There is a young Ukrainian couple with 2 small children that has arrived in Boulder. They're in temporary housing. They are looking for a 2-bedroom apartment or house in Louisville, Lafayette, or Boulder. If anyone knows of something that's open, and we all know the housing problems in Boulder, just let me know, and I'll put you in touch with them. Anyway, thank you very much.
And we have a new member of our club, Stan Gorelnik.
Well, you probably noticed that there are more birthdays in July than any other month, and that's thought to be the result of the fact that before air conditioning, people didn't want to create babies until October. And those days may come again with global warming. And because there are so many, it's difficult to remember everybody's birthday. But there are 2 ways to remember mine. I told Richard, is Charlotte here today? Okay, well, if you're English, the best way to remember my birthday is it's the same day as little Prince George is 9 today. I'm 79. But a more interesting one is to go back to July 22nd, 1943, the day I was born. The Allies had been trying to make a landing on Sicily for 6 months unsuccessfully. And I changed the course of the war. You know, this was one of my favorite German authors is Thomas Mann. He's also the most difficult to read because he's always describing what's going on in the mind rather than what's going on in the physical world. And in one of his novels, he explains why it is that time seems to go so much faster the older you get. And he said, because each successive birthday is a smaller percentage of your life. So it just seems like yesterday, in 1978, last year that I was 78. So I'd like to go back to that one. If somebody said to me, well, we didn't know about Rotary a year ago. I said, well, you know, if you're driving around on state roads in the east or in the south, and you come across a small, suddenly it goes from 45 to 15. And then right after that are these signs that says Kiwanis, Rotary, and Lions Club, and, second Thursday of every month or whatever it is. And if somebody said, well, what do they do? I said, I don't know. I think it's a bunch of all white males who gather together to network for their businesses. And in addition to that, I think they give out scholarships, but that's all I know about them. So I want to thank all of you for making me aware that they're not just young men, but also younger women and older ones as well. And it's really wonderful to know about all of the work that the many ways that so many of you, so many of us, I guess, serve. So that's been my experience this past year, learning that.
Happy birthday. Be sure and set the birthday table sometime during your month.
Happy birthday, you guys. And thanks, Stan. That was a really nice way to say what Rotary does. I wish I had known more about it when I was younger as well. I want to once again say thank you to everybody who helped make this meeting happen. Vanessa, as always, you are a rock star in every way. She's shy. Jim Rolfus, Sam Pottinger, and Scott Gresser were our greeters today. Norma Portnoy and John Sullivan did the raffle. Thank you, guys. Chad Stam was our Zoom moderator. Bill Anderson helped with our red badge. Coolest meeting outside of our Friday meetings. Valerie Lippitz, Shoni Khan, the Cuatro Amigos. I have to learn how to say that now. Fred, George Russell, and our friend Lynn Johnson. And that is it. I hope you have a great weekend.